The most delicious pancake you ever had in your life. Raw, vegan, pancake, but it's made from whole foods, fresh foods. That means pancakes without sugar, pancakes without flour, pancakes without dairy, pancakes that are fresh, ripe, raw, organic plants, homemade. You can't get it better than this. You have to stay until the end and learn how to do this delicious pancake. So for our banana pancakes, we are going to need 16 ripe medium bananas. I'm using Cavendish, but you can use any kind of bananas. So we need a lot of bananas, like 1.5 kilos, 1 kilo and 600 grams. And also we need coconut pulp, 400 grams. It must be not too ripe and not underripe. If it's too jelly-like, it will be too much without a consistency. It will be too much liquid, so it will not form or cream. But if it's too ripe, it will be small pieces that is not shredded for us to do our coconut or icing. And then we need dates, 250 grams of Medjool dates for preference, because we don't want the dried ones, we want the more fresh ones, right? And also we want cinnamon. We love cinnamon, it's good for your health. We are going to peel the bananas. And that's a good part of like planting your own food, because the peeling of the bananas are actually nutrients for the soil, for the bugs. So we peel our bananas, the 16 of them, and we are going to slice and dice. Tell me in the comments if you like the channel and if you like this recipe in the end of the video. If you reproduce the recipe, actually just post it on your Instagram, tag me, and I will share it again, and I will be quite happy that you are doing the recipe, because this is one of the best recipes ever. Bananas go so well in the dehydrator, and it's actually whole food, right? All the problem with the recipes in the raw food movement, because it's not whole at all. It requires sweeteners, it requires oils, it requires a lot of stuff that it didn't came from, you know, it's not originally from the plant. It's processed plant, but it's not raw. Maybe it was not cooked. But for me, raw foods is also whole foods. Both go together. You cannot separate any of them. Now we got our bananas. And who wants bananas? Banana pancakes. I do. Our cameraman here is like screaming, yay! Bananas, yanas. A tray from a good dehydrator and a T-flex sheet. Cut the bananas, but in a cutting board, not in the tray, or else you're going to damage the T-flex sheet. We're just going to slice the bananas pretty thin. Now that we have sliced them pretty thin, I'm going to slice it again. Keep slicing then until they become a little bit mushy, but you cannot press them with a fork, okay? You can only slice them in thin pieces, or else it's not going to work as well. So you keep doing this with the knife, right? It's almost like mashed bananas, but it's not mashed bananas. And then I'm going to use a metal arrow, metal circle, so I can make small pancakes, right? But like, you cannot make them too high. It's just 2 centimeters high and 5 centimeters of diameter, right? My English may not be perfect, but I think you guys can understand just by looking at it. Don't put too much bananas, or else they're not going to dehydrate even, and you're not going to form your pancakes. So it must look like this. There's not much to it. Any kid can do. It will look amazing, will taste out of this world. So this is it, our banana pancakes. So they're going to the dehydrator. So just put on the dehydrator, turn on for a few hours. What you have to understand is the temperature for raw fooders would be 47 Celsius. I don't know what Fahrenheit that would be. I don't worry that much, because still, it is a dehydrator. So the food is not being cooked, but it's actually a ventilator is going strong with like a wind current that is quite hot, and is actually dehydrating the food. So 47 or 70, you know, I don't think it matters that much. And you save time if you raise the temperature a little bit. And that for me is holidays food. It's weekend, you know, party food. That is not daily food for me. My food is always whole, always fresh. I almost never put the food in the dehydrator. So I don't worry if I put like 70 Celsius or 47 Celsius because I'm worrying about having enough exercise, sunshine, sleep, eating whole foods, fresh foods, organic foods. If it goes a little bit more in the dehydrator or the temperature is a little bit more, you know, that is the details that people are making a lot of fuss about it, but they're actually forgetting the whole picture, the big picture. It's up to you, but the dehydrator, you leave it in 70 Celsius as I just put it. I will leave for 2 hours and then check it again and maybe even flip it to see if it's, if when it's completely dehydrated on the top, we will flip it to dehydrated on the bottom, and then we have our pancakes. So now we are going for the coconut jelly and for the date jelly. What you have to understand is we already have that recipe here on the channel. So I'm not going to show it for you because you can see the other videos that I will tag here in the description or in the cards above so you see the recipe. It's pretty simple. It's just blending dates with water and if you want cinnamon. I ask you to help the channel watching the whole videos so you can understand how it's done or the details. Pit the dates, right? Take out the seeds and throw in the blender. Date paste. Coconut pulp, coconut jelly, half mature, right?
Hey! Hi, hello! I'm Thaís, Dr. Corassa, mothers.
And Jessica, and wife.
Wow!
Ao mesmo tempo.
Short.
They want to show up. They were just passing through the kitchen while I'm recording. Actually, they both show up in the videos with me in the Portuguese channel. And if you want, you can subscribe to the Portuguese channel because now there's dubbed by YouTube. Any new video that goes up, it's dubbed. So you can watch in English while we are talking Portuguese. Almost perfect dubbing, almost perfect translation. But because they don't speak English that well, they don't want to show up. They don't want to show up in these videos in the English channel. So I'm just going to get the coconut pulp and making coconut yogurt, right? Because this pulp is not as ripe, I can just blend it as is. Yeah, you can see the whole recipe in the other video. I'm going to also add a handful of cashews. They're broken into pieces, right? But it's still raw cashew. I don't think cashew is the most healthy nut, but still, they give a hell of flavor to this recipe. Coconut delicious. So this is it. We have our date paste, our coconut icing, and now we just wait for the bananas. Few hours and then we're ready. So the banana pancakes are ready. Look at this. They're even sticky. They could be a little bit more dehydrated and it would be better if I use it a little bit less bananas. So you have to really take care on the amount of bananas you put in. But the least as you can to form the ring, to form the pancake, but don't put too much. These ones I put it too much. They're still not too dry, although I dried for probably 6 hours in average or 7 hours. But they should be more like this, more pliable is the word. So with a spatula, what I'm going to do is take one of the pancakes out and put it on with the date cream. You can't get better than this. You can't get much better than this. It's like crazy how good this is. So you go for it. 1 or 2 layers of each one. The coconut yogurt got really sticky. Check this out. Check this out. You can't get better than this. What is the word that you could describe this, Elijah? Please enlighten me. What is the word that I can use in English to describe this baby? Fatty, creamy, juicy, sweet, caramel, melts in your mouth, you know, like there is, if there is heaven, this must be it. You know, we are living heaven on earth because we have the fruits, the vegetables, social interaction, friends, family, sex, romantic relationships, beaches and waterfalls. Why you're waiting for heaven if we can make earth be so heaven-like that we don't miss heaven, you know, that we don't look forward for dying, because we can make this life amazing if you take care of your health. You end up taking care of the planet, of the animals, of everything else. We can help the planet to heal if we understand this natural hygiene lifestyle and raw vegan message of health being produced by healthful living. And look at these babies. I bought strawberries to finish the decoration of the recipe. We're going to open a few cuts on the strawberry, but not until the end. You don't want to cut until the bottom. You just need to make small cuts. And we have strawberry rolls. Check it out. The cameraman here is going wild. I never imagined that fresh dehydrated bananas could be so good. And check this out. This is the cinnamon rolls. I put it already in another video. Please, I ask you to search the video here on the channel or hit the on the cards over here. I put the link, and also on the description for you to watch how you should do the best cinnamon rolls of your life, and raw and whole and fresh and ripe, organic. And this is the main pancake. Looks amazing in my humble opinion. And these are the small pancakes, the individual ones, right? You can have it your own way. You can only eat the pancake without the dressing, without these toppings. You can store the pancakes in the fridge and use it once in a while, once every day, because these bananas, they store pretty well because they are dehydrated. You can store the date paste, the coconut yogurt. The coconut yogurt actually after a couple of days become a little bit sour like yogurt without sugar. So it's normal. I like it when it ferments a little bit, but if you don't like it, you have to use it fast. But the date paste and the bananas, they stand for a long time, no worries. I think you can handle them for at least 3 to 4, maybe even 5 days, right? Without starting to ferment. In the fridge, for sure. You can have delicious desserts, sugar-free, dairy-free, cruelty-free, you know, like you don't have to kill any animal, you don't have to use the industry to create your own sugar-busting cravings that you want. You can create fresh, raw recipes that are actually delicious. Where to learn these recipes? Nature Delicacies, Cooking Without a Stove. In this book that is actually available on Amazon, print on demand, and Kindle. So if you want to learn real raw food recipes that are actually delicious, nutritious, but like without salt, without a lot of fat, without oils, without refined products, this is what you're looking for. Let's cut a piece of the pancake. I have to try it right now. After making it, you want to try your creation. It's actually hard to describe how good it is. It's out of this world. Out of this world. This for sure, it's the best pancake I ever had in my whole life. When I was omnivore, eating junk food, or you know, transitioning to a healthier diet, this is the best pancake ever. So, first of all, if you like our content, you can help us by subscribing to the channel, hit the bell button for notification, hit the like button, and comment below. The more you interact with YouTube, the more YouTube understands that you like our channel, and you show our channel to more people and more to you also. So interact. And if you want my help as a clinical nutritionist, I attend patients online, in person. Also, I have 10 books published in Portuguese, but 3 are already available in English on Amazon, print on demand, and Kindle. so you can order the book to arrive at your home, the printed version, so you can read it and you can actually do some of these recipes. And also 6 online courses that are still in Portuguese, but I run retreats every January, Carnival, and July here in Brazil. Part at Ziaco Place, 4 blocks from the beach, 350 rare fruit trees on the yard, a lot of scientific and culinary teachings and data and knowledge, how to produce health through healthful living. If you want to live a healthy, long life, instead of depending on medical doctors, health insurance, pills, potions, and cures and surgeries, if you believe health is produced by healthful living, come to learn best information on natural hygiene, the best information on the science of health, and how to apply these details, these biological needs to your daily living, how our ancestors lived for millions of years. So please help the channel by reading the books, subscribing to the channel, and don't forget, health is produced by healthful living. Click on these videos to know more, and much frugal health to you. See you next time.